Hello everybody. Okay, so here is the first layout that I did with my September kit. I just received it today and I decided to just get into it rather than waiting because, you know, I've been getting the kits now for 7 months and I just started getting into them in like the last week. So I'm like way behind on my kits. Although this kit is difficult for me to craft with. Sorry about the creaky chair. I am going to do what I can with it. So, to start, this is the only one that I have done so far. And I did already get into my stash, just the tiniest bit. And it's very plain. Very plain. I'm going to warn you now. Very plain. Okay. These are pictures of my daughters, oh gosh, almost 5 years ago. I'm pretty sure I was pregnant with Bailey at the time that these were taken. This is Jaden, now going to be 12 here real soon. I think she looks about 6, and this is my oldest. She is 16 now, and she just looks like a baby there. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I've had these pictures, and I've wanted to scrap them for a long time. These are pictures that I had taken when the girls had they had their team shoot, and I brought them home, and I had them lay down on the grass because it was a beautiful day, and I took some pictures. Okay, so the first thing that I did is this yellow paper that I matted with came in the kit, and I cut, flip it so you can see, I cut the back just so you can't even tell. I just cut the center of the back out so that I would be able to use some of that same yellow to mat the picture with. See that? So this is all one big 12 by 12, and then I cut a little bit of this down. I cut it down to about 11 3/4 so that I'd get a small edge of yellow here, and then that's about it. I mean, so all I've got is this little chevron and then the yellow, and then to kind of tie, oops, that's gonna kind of mess you up there. To kind of tie that all in. Sorry, I got my kit underneath. I don't want to misplace anything, so I'm keeping it together for now. I used this like darker teal, and it had the yellow flowers in it. And I like to take a pattern paper that has both the colors I'm working with, or a majority of the colors I'm working with, and add it to it. So that just kind of tied it all in. Okay, and then the title just says Go Fight Win, and there were the Bobcats, so I just put Bobcats there, and I had to make my own little dash because that didn't come with the alphas, so I just cut that off the end of a Z. Sorry about the lighting there. And this Go, let me see if I can show you here. See how it's all sparkly? That was with the alpha that came in the kit. The Fight is some thickers that I had in my stash that I'm using up and almost out of. My first pack of thickers I will run out of. The Win is from one of my first or second gossamer blue kits that I actually got into and used. And I'm using those up pretty well. And the Bobcats are from just this last month's kit. And it was the 12 by 12. And they're real thin. It was just the 12 by 12 sheet. And where's that Z? See, sometimes you can really alter the letters and, you know, kind of make them your own. See this little piece of the Z cut off? That was just for the dash. Real quick and simple. Sometimes you have to do that, you know, work with what you got. And I put some enamel dots here just to kind of tie in this little sticker from the sticker sheet. It's like a heart. I'm just put it in just to kind of add a little bit more yellow. I added some enamel dots up here. I did receive enamel dots in my kit, and these are the colors that I received. Okay, it's a light teal, a navy, an orange, a pink, and a gray. I love those, but I don't like to get into sticker sheets if I don't have to. So I have these enamel dots that I have not touched from, I think, the expo. But I already had these that I had already gotten into. To me, once you get into like a little sticker pack, it drives me nuts and I feel like I have to use them all up before I touch anything new. They go in separate spots for me. I like things to be full like this. It makes it easier for me to use what I have, which is kind of a good thing, I guess. So I used some of these enamel dots, and which is the same color that I got in my kit. I just decided not to get into those. Here I used one of the journaling cards, and I noticed underneath this arrow, it says noted. I wrote on the journaling card upside down. So I had to cover it with a little arrow kind of pointing over towards the pictures anyway, so it kind of worked. And it covers the noted that's upside down. Down here I decided to put these little guys with the hearts cut out because it kind of reminded me of like a football team, you know, all lined up along the grass, you know, like ready to, you know, whatever. I'm not too familiar with football. I'm not that great with football anyway. It just kind of reminded me of like the football team out there. So that's what they did, was football cheer, or cheered for football. So that's why I added that. So real easy, not a lot of embellishment. I might add some later, but I seriously doubt it. Just because I do like it, actually. The pictures are the focal point. That's kind of what scrapbooking is all about. So I'm going to call this good, I think. Pretty sure. Okay, so thanks all for watching. Bye.